and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Canal Algérie's news in English, and we begin by the headlines. In accordance with the outcomes of the Council of the Ministers regarding the structure and running of commercial ports, a new digital sectoral platform is created in order to achieve a smooth transport of goods from and to Algeria. Then we head in this bulletin to Tisimsiet province that is becoming, among other provinces, a pioneer in the field of manufacturing. UNESCO inscribes Rai, the popular folk song of Algeria, in the Intangible Heritage List, an inscription that lifts Algeria's registered cultural properties to 9. In Morocco, sittings and protests continue. Moroccans are regularly taken to the streets to denounce the miserable living conditions amid the total silence of Al-Makhzen. Good evening, those with today's headlines. First in our news, following the outcomes of the meeting of the Council of Ministers chaired by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, in which he ordered the government to radically review the structuring and management of the maritime carriage of goods in all levels for its rehabilitation and the introduction of the steering project within months, and with the aim to reduce overcrowded goods in the ports, the online platform was launched in order to facilitate the export-import process of Algerian products throughout a sectoral convention concluded between Transport, Trade and Agricultural Ministries. Sabrin Taferginit will tell us more.
Embodying to the instructions of the President of the Republic and to stop merchandise from being overloaded at the level of Algeria's harbors, an electronic platform was established in coordination with Transport, Trade and Agricultural Ministries. The goal is to facilitate import-export process from and to Algeria. We studied the port situation and the measures that should be considered, and we settled on the procedures that should be immediately introduced to seize counterfeit of hard currency. The best solution is to opt for port digitization in the presence of trade, agricultural, customs and police forces.
كل ما يجري في المواني، وهنا كل متدخلين سواء كانت التجارة، الفلاحة، الجمارك، الشرطة والآخرين.
Heavy losses hit national economy. Due to this overcharge, the digitization of this sector will prevent the country from such losses thanks to the new dynamic.
اليوم نقدروا نقولوا الحمد لله عندنا مشروع عندنا بلاتفورم.
Today we can say that we have a new online platform that will solve Trade Ministry problems concerning the entry of goods without license, containers and ships penalties that the government is paying for it, a significant amount of money each year.
أو غرامات التأخير متعلقة بالحاويات لمبالغ كبيرة يعني تدفعها الحكومة الجزائرية كل سنة.
في حلول استعجالية وبالخصوص رقم
There is an immediate solution which is the digitization of containers, ships and ports management at the level of Algeria's harbors. Hopefully that will lead to near-term results since we controlled all the shortcomings.
في قريب المدى لأن رانا تحكمنا في كل نقاط الضعف.
To digitize several sectors and to work according to systematic coordination between these sectors aims to streamline transport of goods from and to Algeria, as well as to stimulate national economy.
Manufacturing industries have a major advantage, namely taking into account each region's specificity. Tisimsiet province became a pioneer in this field thanks to being a pastoral farming land. Manal Ammari with the details.
Tisimsiet province is a pastoral farming land. That is why this investor created a project that is compatible with the nature and geography of this province and its surroundings, namely a fodder factory. This project was created in accordance with the area I live in, which is a pastoral farming land, to meet the province's needs. This factory's abundant production covers the needs of cattle breeders in this area, as well as domestic needs in excess, while dealing directly with beneficiaries. This is a big factory that makes 20 tons per hour. A day's production is enough to cover the needs of our area and trade internally with neighboring provinces. This facility employs more than 20 permanent and non-permanent positions while ensuring training. This investor aims to expand this project and elevating it to an industrial complex, particularly with state facilitations in the field of investments. To expand this project, we must move towards full integration. Raw materials are available in the province. We're supporting these investments to attract others in transformational industries. Algeria will reach the expected local development thanks to other similar investment projects in different fields, which meet the needs of various provinces.
Startups in industrial sectors are very closely connected. Startups can develop applications that find solutions to problems that hinder any industrial activity, and this with contribution of young Algerians who innovated and developed their experiences at the International Exhibition of Industry. More details about the exhibition with Rania Al-Bahri.
Startups raised the challenge in Algeria today and made the difference in the industrial sector, where young people think, achieve and innovate solutions and applications that respond to the requirements of this strategic sector. We have engineers and we can achieve everything we want in our country. Sand, an application created by these young graduates of Houari Boumediene University. This latter solves problems of introducing industrial products. If you are an owner of a company or product and you want to deliver it to any province in Algeria, you will find the right offer for you on our platform, and this allows you to save efforts. More than 2,500 craftsmen are present in sand application. This application provides qualified staff and the required materials used in the requested specializations, offering them industrial facilities. This application has two parts, one part for craftsmen and the other for online marketplace. The inscriptions are for free. These two Algerians were outside the country and gained experience in control of applications on effective robots. To use it for the high-risk industrial activities, they moved their institutions to Algeria to invest in the industrial market. I brought all my know-how in order to develop solutions in Algeria and to find solutions for the security problems in factories. Our company opens all doors to suggestions from young people who are interested to develop their competences, and our main policy is training. Startups are an engine for the economic growth in our country. These young, ambitious people graduated from Algerian universities will help to develop the industrial sector.
Thanks to the procedures that aim to remove the hurdles on projects, investment in Ain Difla province is witnessing an industrial revolution with ambitious objectives targeting export. More details in Tiberkanian zone of activity with Sabrin Tafrigitnit.
In Tiberkanian municipality, this metalworking factory produces metal tubes and rotary plates. This investment contributes to upgrading local market with these multiple-use pieces. In this metalworking activity, we transform steel cores to our essential products, such as metallic pieces for curtains, metal frames, and non-slippery plates. We also do metal molding.
عندنا ثاني واسمو الفونتاج دو بوبين نجيبوا لي بوبين نديروا لا بريستاسيون نقطعوهم وعندنا ثاني لي بلاك اونتي ديرابون.
These projects provide job opportunities for the inhabitants of this region. I've been working here for 4 months now as an operator, just after graduating. I have an experience of 3 years in this company. I am in charge of following up the production and the machine maintenance. This project is considered as a promising achievement and encouraging example in Tiberkani's zone of activity, which is witnessing an exploitation of real estate.
كانت عندنا صعوبات والحمد لله الولاية سهلت علينا كي عطتني ديك الرخصة تاع الإنشاء. راني نكمل في العمل تاعي إن شاء الله.
خرجنا من هذه المرحلة وصلنا في المرحلة وين يكون مع الأعمال اللي رانا نديرو فيهم ومع يزيدوا التسهيلات تاع الولاية. مساحة 87 هكتار مهمة جدا تسمح بتوفير أزيد من
287 hectares of territory has significant importance since it provides 216 parcels. Contracts and utilization certificates were delivered to more than 46 investors. This region will provide 7,000 employment positions.
في انتظار إعادة بعث العملية، وأن هذه المنطقة عند اكتمالها ستسمح بتوفير أزيد من 7,000 منصب شغل.
Providing necessary means that help investment would create an economic development in this province.
In the parliamentary activity, the Council of the Nation dedicated a plenary session chaired by the President of the Council, Saleh Goujil, dedicated to 12 oral questions addressed to the Ministers of Higher Education and Scientific Research, of Housing and Urban Planning in the City, of Trade and Promotion of Exports, of Transport, and of Health. In parliamentary cooperation, the Speaker of the National People's Assembly, Ibrahim Boughali, received the parliamentary delegation from the Socialist Republic of Vietnam, led by Nguyen Duc Hai, Deputy President of the National Assembly. Both sides discussed the state of bilateral relations that are historically strong and the common points, in addition to reiterating the necessity to strengthen it in many fields, starting with parliamentary cooperation. On to the twinning agreement between Algerian universities and the Irish University Limerick, which is an opportunity for the exchange of expertise and to consolidate the partnership in the domain of academic sciences, namely social sciences and English teaching in Algeria. The agreement was signed on Thursday at the headquarters of the Ministry of Higher Education and Scientific Research. Presiding the signing ceremony was the Minister of Higher Education, Canal, which affirmed that this agreement comes to concretize the objectives concerning scientific research in the domain of food security, energy, and health, which allows the students to obtain higher education diplomas, masters, and PhD. Let's have a listen to the Minister of Higher Education, Kamal Bidari.
This initiative is part of the application of the guidelines of the President of the Republic, aimed to open the Algerian University to the world. This will allow it to move forward through the signing of a twinning agreement, which will be done in the future with a view to promoting higher education. This agreement is important to achieve objectives concerning scientific research in the field of energy, health, and food security, and to enable the students to obtain higher degrees within the framework of master and doctorates. It is important to concretize the quality of education and the investment in human capital and its transformation into a capital of knowledge and an added value at the service of the national development.
The Minister of Communication, Mohamed Bouslimani, presided the celebration ceremony of the 61st anniversary of the creation of the Algerian Press Agency, and this at the headquarters of the APS. Bouslimani recalled the important role of the Algerian Press Agency during the different eras that our country has went through, an occasion to honor few journalists. Let's have a listen to the Minister of Communication, Mohamed Bouslimani.
The celebration of the 61st anniversary of the creation of the Algerian Press Service, organized this year under the slogan Renewal and Modernization, confirms the successful access of Algerian press service to digitization and the good mastery of new technologies to improve its services, in particular audiovisual, as well as multimedia content, in order to meet the requirements of its subscribers and in accordance with the various multimedia and technological services, thus responding to the digital reality that has now become a necessity on the media scene.
The Minister of Culture and of Arts, Soraya Mouloudji, welcomed on Thursday UNESCO's inscription of Varai, popular folk song of Algeria, on the list representing cultural intangible heritage of humanity. The Minister of Culture considered it a decisive act of recognition by the world to the place of this cultural, artistic, poetic, musical, and choreographical genre. Let's listen to the statement of the Minister of Culture and of Arts, Soraya Mouloudji.
Popular Algerian folk music Rai has been registered in the UNESCO representative list of intangible cultural heritage after the file's examination by an evaluation committee, which issued a very favorable report on this file. This is a recognition of the status of this musical genre and other popular artistic and musical expressions which identify Rai music.
Populaire, artistique, musicale qui en découle et qui font l'identité de la chanson Rai.
The inhabitants of Mnimillal in Morocco are protesting against the unbearable living conditions. They are denouncing the miserable situation that deprives them from their fundamental rights during sittings as well as protests to claim more rights. Manal Ammari.
The Moroccan people continue to protest against destitution, violations of individual freedoms and miserable living conditions, and denouncing the deterioration in their social conditions, as well as the impoverishment policy led by the Makhzen regime. The inhabitants of Bni Mellal took to the streets to express their frustration against this hopeless situation. The inhabitants of Azilal are living in complete isolation, and the precariousness led them to protest against this unbearable situation, which forces them to travel for miles to go to schools and hospitals.
تابعين العماله ديال ازيلال قياده تنانت دوار اي تويران هاد الناس هادو جاو تيطالبوا بالطريق ما تيطالبوش بشي حاجه كثيره يعني هما هاد الناس هادو خاصهم بزاف ديال الحوايج ولكن ابسط حاجه تنطالبوا به دابا 14 كيلومتر ديال الطريق علاش واش حنا ماشي مواطنين واش حنا ما محسوبينش على المغرب الا حنا محسوبين على المغرب ومحسوبين المواطنين عندنا الحق ديالنا في الدوله خاصها تعطينا القوانين ديالنا.
We come from Azilal and we are here to demand our rights. These people suffer from many deficiencies. However, they're only asking for the building of a 14-kilometer road. The government needs to fulfill our demands. The people are struggling, and we have no proper schools or hospitals. There are schools in 2 other villages, and the children have to walk for 4 kilometers on rainy days. They aren't able to go, and we aren't able to shop. They need to fix these issues. Pregnant women are carried on donkeys' backs for 12 kilometers to reach a hospital in either Azilal or Bni Mellal, while the conditions are awful in both areas.
ربما تجي لازيلال تتكون الولاده ديالها صعيبه شويه تيعمروا لبني ملال ملي تجي لبني ملال هنا راك عارف الظروف ديال بني ملال حتى هو
ما عمرنا طلبنا بشي حاجه الا ابسط حاجه الى الطريق وكنديروا مسيرات سلميه ما عمرنا درنا شي حاجه اللي غير قانونيه كنطلبوا غير بالحق ديالنا وفك العزله لان عالم القرابيه تكرفسنا.
We are only demanding the building of a road and we are protesting peacefully. We are fed up from our current situation and we have struggled enough. We have been oppressed, harmed, and our dignity has been violated, which is why we had to come to the state building.
وعندنا مشكل اخر ديال قياده التنانت اللي قمعنا وهنا في كرامتنا وجرحنا اضطرينا باش نجيو للولايه.
Due to this dangerous and disastrous situation, protest movements continue to gain ground in this country, while the Makhzen regime turns a blind eye, while getting rich at the expense of the most vulnerable.
And with that, we wrap up our news bulletin. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.